2025 was the year we took on the rugged North Cornish coast. It was a journey of massive elevation, industrial ghosts, and some of the most dramatic Atlantic views you'll ever see. Picking up from Clovelly, where we finished in 2024, our first walk of the new season began in April. We left the cobbled streets and gentle woodland and headed toward Hartland Point. This is the moment the wild Atlantic takes over, and from here the roller coaster begins. After numerous ups and downs, we arrived at the jagged, buckled slate of Hartland Quay. This is the first part of a severe stage, often cited as the most difficult of the coast path. Today we crossed the border from Devon into Cornwall, but the coast didn't let us through without a fight. The path carved through hanging valleys and past plunging waterfalls. There were 5 sharp descents with equally steep climbs back up, over 600 meters. We ended the day with a well-earned pint at the 13th century Bush Inn. Leaving Morwenstow and passing Hawker's Hut, the roller coaster of 3 more steep valleys continued, with the GCHQ satellite dishes looming ever closer. Eventually, the terrain eased into gentler meadows above long sandy beaches on the approach to Bude. From the castle and canal in Bude, we passed cliff-top meadows on our way to the long sands of Widemouth Bay. Further on, we passed the famous chevron folds of Millock Haven and the wooded slopes of Dizzard. Several more steep valleys followed before the final approach to Crackington. Climbs up Cambeak and High Cliff, the highest point on the Cornish Coast Path, were followed by a 160-step descent to Rusey Beach and an equally steep climb out. We walked through the coastline that inspired so much of Thomas Hardy's work, above the spectacular Tintagel waterfall, and on into Boscastle. This was a day when the effort and the heat took its toll, and we finished early. This was a shorter stretch to complete the previous day's walk, but one steeped in myth. We moved from the literary cliffs of Thomas Hardy, past the atmospheric rocky valley, and into the heart of King Arthur country. This walk is often described as the perfect introduction to the path, offering a bit of everything the Cornish coast has to offer. This was another severe section, and past numerous remnants of Cornwall's slate mining past. We attacked 8 steep descents and climbs with hidden coves and echoes of smugglers and saints. After a tough but enjoyable day, the celebratory crab sandwich in Port Isaac was probably the best meal of the entire year. This stage is all about transition, from rugged terrain to the gentler Camel estuary, to the dramatic headlands of the Iron Age fort at the Rumps, then walking down the estuary and taking the ferry into Padstow. This marked a real shift from the wild coast to the gentle estuary trails. Often known as the Seven Bays, this is a classic stretch of headlands and golden sands. It's a long 13 miles, but the rhythm of the bays makes the distance just melt away. It was a stormy day as we passed the towering sea stacks of Bedruthan Steps. Then above long sandy beaches, and finally walking into Newquay, the surfing capital of Britain. The day started walking around the headland and then with a crossing of the Gannel at low tide. It continued past lively surf beaches and rolling dunes. Past spectacular zones and clear evidence of the area's mining past, before finishing with the 3-mile walk along the firm sands of Perran Beach into Perranporth. We entered the heart of mining country. The cliffs are literally stained red and turquoise by the minerals. We descended the slope past Wheal Coates mine with its iconic Townroath shaft engine house, an imposing and thought-provoking monument to Cornwall's industrial past. But before we finished, we had 2 punishing descents into Sally's Bottom and Hale Ula. Starting with the rugged heritage around Portreath, the route continues over high headlands. We passed the dramatic chasm of Hell's Mouth and enjoyed the quiet magic of spotting grey seals at Mutton Cove. The final walk through the Gwythian Towans into Hale offered some of the best panoramas of St Ives Bay. Our final leg was a classic Cornish grey day, rain-soaked but strangely beautiful. We rounded the Hale estuary and enjoyed sweeping views over the bay. Before arriving at the sheltered St Ives Harbour. The celebratory drink at the legendary Sloop Inn was the perfect end to the day. We closed out the 2025 season soaked through but incredibly proud. Another year on the path finished, and another set of unforgettable moments shared with Roxie.